Hey there, Hamed Yazdi here from this beautiful sunny day at the beach in San Diego. There's the Hotel Coronado right there in the background. And let me move this way. I'm getting blinded by the sun there. Just enjoyed some fun with the waves out there. And so this is video number 4 in the series of how to have a wonderful relationship. And this video is about having realistic expectations, okay? Now, this is probably the area that I struggled with the most in my relationship, and it really led to some disappointment for me until I understood it and was able to overcome it. So I think the problem that I had was I'm just a very, very optimistic person, so I always see the best and assume the best. And, I love my wife and she's amazing, but she's a person, okay? And I sometimes would forget that. When I was getting married, I thought that, man, I'm getting married to the perfect person in the world. And the problem is even using that word for people because, nobody's infallible. Nobody's perfect. It's not going to happen, and, my wife has wonderful qualities, but hey, she's not perfect and I can't hold that against her because neither am I and neither is anybody else. So, here's the thing. When I first got married, I had this idea, this kind of, just kind of utopia or fantasy, relationship or idea of what I thought a relationship should be like. And that led to a lot of disappointment when I realized that it wasn't like that, okay? I remember even from the day that we got married, she was stressed out. And, she's an only child getting married. We were really young. I got married at 21. And, it came as a little bit of a disappointment that she was acting like she was really stressed out. And, I just realized that, well, that was not realistic of me to expect anything other than that, okay? And the problem is the society that we live in encourages us to have these unrealistic expectations. I mean, when you go to the cashier at any grocery store, what do you see? You see all these magazines and tabloids, and on the pictures there's these people with these perfect, model, perfect bodies, and, they're really healthy, really fit. And so it gives the impression that that's how everyone should look like. And, that causes a lot of insecurity in our society. As we're kids, we watch Disney movies and we have an idea of what love stories are like and what, relationships should be like. We look at the Hollywood, what they promote, and it just creates these really, really unrealistic expectations. And so we just need to not fall for that, okay? There's actually an expression that I learned from a friend of mine who is a relationship counselor. And she said that there's a French expression that says, when a man and woman get together, the man basically thinks that she is perfect, she's never going to change, okay? And the woman says, I'll change him, okay? Now, neither of those are good expectations, okay? Because first of all, it's unrealistic to expect someone to not change. It's also unrealistic to expect to be able to change somebody, okay? What you have to do is accept the other person for who they are, with all their faults and all their wonderful qualities as well. And so that's something that really helped me understand once I really overcame that concept and accepted it. Because, like I said, it led to a lot of disappointment at first. So, and while I'm on this topic, let me also talk about one of the problems that a lot of people have with their expectations is they compare their partner to other people. And it's really comparing to an idea that they have of other people. I used to look at couples and see them to have, it just seems like everything is wonderful, perfect again. There's that word again that you should never use when it comes to people. But there's a couple of things. First of all, never want your partner to be like someone else. Because first of all, they won't, appreciate their uniqueness. They're never going to be like someone else because they're going to be themselves. But second of all, you never know what someone else's life, what someone else is going through in their life. Okay, everything might look fine and dandy on the outside, but I'm sure you've met people who you thought, man, what a wonderful couple, and then later you hear about them getting a divorce. Okay, so you never know, and so sometimes, I struggled with that too. I would see all these other people, and I'd wonder if they went through some of the issues that I was going through, the ups and downs of any relationship is what I realized that has. And so it just, again, it caused a little bit of disappointment that didn't need to be there. Hey, just wanted to mention something I remembered. My wife and I, when she was about 8 months pregnant, we went to a bare basics of childbirth class. And the nurse said something really great about expectations. She said that a lot of moms, they get depressed when they see their babies because, they look at these baby magazines and they assume that their baby's going to look like the baby on the front cover that's been photoshopped and is probably at least 3 or 4 months old. And she held up the cover of this baby magazine and said, look, your baby is not going to look like this. Okay, eventually maybe, but not when they're born. aren't. So, I thought that was a great example of keeping people at their, correct expectations so they can have a realistic expectation so they won't get depressed to be there. And, this concept applies to anything in life. I can't come to the beach and expect it to always be sunny and not windy, and I can't expect it to always be 85 degrees in the water. Actually, I don't know if the Pacific Ocean is ever like that. It's pretty cold. It was really cold today. But, in business, you can't expect to have success without failure first. Okay, in fact, you're probably going to fail more times. It's just that's the reality, and it's what that's how the odds are. So, I hope this was helpful. Again, this is something I struggled with, and once I embraced the fact that we're all human. It's okay. I'm going to love my partner and accept her for who she is, and with all the great qualities and also the not so great qualities, which we all have. So God bless. Hope this was helpful. Hey, do me a favor. Write me a comment and let me know, if you've ever had these unrealistic expectations too, and how you've dealt with it, and what other experiences you have that can relate, and also give me your biggest takeaway from this video. So hey, this was video 4 in the video series of how to have a wonderful relationship. I'll see you on the next video. This is Hamed Yazdi for beautiful San Diego. Take care.